Explosive lava fissures, earthquakes, ash clouds, and rivers of lava destroying homes by the hundreds. The images from Kilauea volcano have captivated Hawaii and the rest of the world over the past 3 months. Tonight, we are taking an in-depth look at the impact that the 2018 eruption is having on the people who are living through it. Joining us now with more on what you can expect in Kilauea, reshaping the Aina, Howard Jashevsky and Marissa Yamane. Thank you guys for coming in a little earlier.
Very early.
No you guys have been working hard for Hawaii. You've been covering this event since its inception.
Yeah.
What's the biggest experience or takeaway, whether it's an image or a story, that you can share?
I think the amazing thing, and she can speak for her, for me, is every time we go over, and I think I've been over to the Big Island probably 10 times and probably 20, 30 days total. It changes every time. And it was perhaps most spectacular at the beginning when I remember doing a live shot on the morning news and seeing 7, 8, 9 fountains, all these fissures going off. And I think from the beginning it was just more of a sense of awe, like, wow, we were almost like tourists ourselves, just kind of blown away by the visuals and what we are experiencing. And then over time, kind of the gravity starts to sink in. I was on the Big Island the night where 500 plus homes were consumed out in Kapoho and Vacation Land. And once that river, this is Fissure 8 here, once that river started going down that 8-mile trek down the lower East Rift Zone and then started to broaden out and take all those homes, everything changed. The drama, the sadness, the sense of loss. But I think what struck me throughout all of it, and I think Marissa can talk about this too, never anger. Nobody was ever angry because they knew that it's Pele's land and they just had to roll with it.
I think for me, even just looking at these fountains brings back a lot of memories about Fissure 8. We were there right when it had started to really, erupt. And to see that happen and know that we were capturing history in the making. And we feel lucky as journalists to be able to go into the restricted areas and to be able to capture all this information and the video and to share it with the state and the world. Feel very privileged and lucky to see this unfolding as it happens. But what really struck me is when we went back this past weekend to get the final video, seeing the vast lava field, black as far as you can see, and realizing that underneath all that hardened lava were homes and trees and roads that we could just drive on. Even just a few weeks ago, we could drive on those roads and those homes. When you see a house go up in flames, a structure fire here, you still see remnants of the home. When it's covered by lava, you don't see anything, and that's really sad.
Now, scientists have been talking about how there's been a slowdown in the eruption, but as we all know, it's not done until Madame Pele says it's done. Will you guys be talking about more about how this is affecting the land?
Oh, well, there's such an uncertainty, yeah, and I know from the county's perspective, Mayor Harry Kim says we're not even going to think about maybe allowing people back down on a permanent basis unless this stops completely for 6 months. They can get in there. They have the giant bulldozers. They could plow out and reopen some of those roads, but then again, there's nowhere to even go because communities are completely lost. And I think that what's astonishing is that divide right through the middle of Leilani Estates, for example, and we both kind of touch on this in the special, is that there are tons of homes, hundreds of homes still within Leilani Estates that are untouched by lava. Some are above, the demarcation line is Pomaikai Street. Everything above it, everything Mauka, green, thriving, beautiful. Everything below it, dead or dying, brown and dangerous. And it's the gases that turn everything brown. If it's done that to the foliage, what would it do to you breathing? If it's done that to the ground and all the rock and that's come out of the sky. And that's I think the most challenging part for the county is they have to make this determination, who gets to go home, who doesn't. And that's something that's a very heartfelt thing. And we travel with this gentleman, Bill Hansen from Hawaii County Civil Defense, who's been in there every day and trying to get people to their homes that are declared out of bounds. And what he goes through and the push and pull emotionally of determining who gets to go home and how he helps them go home. It's amazing stuff.
You want to give props to those at Civil Defense because many of them have been working for 3 months straight without even taking a break, and people may not realize that. And they do have a tough job of deciding who gets to go home and who gets to stay. And you know, even though there are 700 plus homes that were taken by the lava, there are so many other homes where people cannot go because the foundation is cracked. Steam coming out of the ground in their front yards. And not only that, you know, if you're within yards of the fissure, you don't know, number one, if the lava is going to take your home at any moment. Number two, if another fissure is going to open up right under your house. You know, that's the crazy part about all this. With Kalapana, with Pahoa 4 years ago, you could see the lava creeping up. With this one, it was so unexpected because you have fissures opening up right in the middle of a subdivision. And that's what's the scary part, I think, for a lot of people, is not really knowing, and it's so much uncertainty.
Thank you for sharing your experiences, because this is, I can't wait for tonight. In-depth look at everything that's been going on. And you guys have been on the ground working hard for Hawaii. So
But not only
and I know
us,
they're
yes.
out of time, but the hope, too, looking forward about what is going to be the future for homeowners, for the land. There is a very hopeful, positive site that we're going to talk about.
And do want to also acknowledge our photographers and editors, huge team effort.
Yeah.
Eric Bathin, Ken Mashiyama, our executive producer, Jen Brink, and Moki on
I know they're
key.
yelling
There's
at
so
your
many-
ear. We got to move it. We're not wearing our IFB.
I just
They're
wanna
all
say it's a
coming
team
up. They're so
effort.
excited, so that's why you need to watch. It's coming up. Kilauea Reshaping the Aina tonight at 9:30 right here on KHON2.
Right on.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks.